that is bimolecular hydrolysis of an ester. And this is the short form here. It is written as that is AC2. This 2 numbers stand for bimolecular. This number stand for bimolecular. This A stand for acid catalysis. Acid catalyzed. This is A stand for acid catalysis, and that is called as the AC is the ester, hydrolysis of ester. That is the AC. Okay. So number stand for bimolecular. The capital A stand for acid catalysis, and that is the hydrolysis of the ester. Now you can see this is the ester in general. In the presence of water and the acid, in the presence of acid that's H plus. So it gives the carboxylic acid and alcohol. It gives acid and alcohol. So the esterification of what we called as the esters in the presence of the acid, that is H plus, gives you the acid, and it gives what is called as the alcohol. Okay. Now let's see the mechanism, how that is taking place. The step 1 is the protonation of an ester, followed by the formation of the carbocation. So this is the ester, and if you just see the cursor, so this oxygen is electron shortage is there. It is with electron deficient center here, and because of that reason, and also it contains 2 extra pair of electrons. Naturally, this H plus, the proton, it goes and link here and forms the OH. It forms the OH. So this charge is plus because naturally the proton is transfer the charge to the oxygen as PV, and hence this is plus. Now what happened, as this is a plus sign, shows that this OH group is short of the electrons, and here there are extra pair of electron is there between the carbon and oxygen. 1 pair of electron is given to the oxygen, here, like that. That arrow mark you can see as it is given to the oxygen, and hence this becomes OH. Now the plus sign is here on the carbon because the carbon now is short of 1 electron. Short of 1 electron because 1 here, another, and another. 1, 2, 3 electrons, and so is a short of 1 extra electron. And because of that reason, naturally, the second step is the attack of the nucleophile, because here it is electron deficient center is formed, and because of the electron deficient center has formed here, naturally the nucleophile is attached to the carbocation. This is called as the carbocation, and here the electrophile is the water molecule. As we know that the water molecule is having a extra pair of electrons, and once this pair of electron is given to this carbon, and it forms an intermediate state. So this is what the intermediate state is forming here in this way. And naturally the charge is now shifted to the oxygen because that oxygen has donated a pair of electron to carbon to form the bond. Hence the charge is now it is shifted to what is called as the oxygen. Third step is the transfer of proton. Now naturally, as this is a positive, oxygen become positive, it won't remain for longer period. Hence naturally it will take the electrons, a pair of electrons. So it takes the pair of electron from this or this hydrogen, and 1 hydrogen it takes because there are 2 hydrogens there. So, and 1 hydrogen is donating a pair of electron to the oxygen, and hence it becomes H plus, and that is going on. That's called as the transfer of proton is taking place. And because of that reason, naturally, now the charge is shifted to this oxygen. The charge is shifted to this oxygen. Now the fourth step is the elimination of an alcohol. Now this is as shortage of the plus sign shows that the deficient of electrons. Now, naturally, the oxygen tried to take a pair of electron from the bound, and so this bond breaks here. It bond breaks, and hence a pair of electron is transferred to the what is called as the oxygen, and because of that reason, naturally, you are getting this molecule, and that is called as alcohol. So you are getting this is an alcohol and a cation, carbocation is formed. Now this carbocation is taking a proton, or that is sorry, that's a loss of the proton is taking place. A loss of the proton is taking place here. That is the fifth step. So one proton, either this side or that side, because it's a carbon is positive now, because only 1, 2, and 3 electrons. So naturally, 1 electron short of that, and hence because of that reason, this bond is break here, and a pair of electron is transferred to that, and hence this proton is released. So you are getting this molecule, and that is called as the carboxylic acid. So these are the final product what you are getting in the biomolecular, the acid hydrolysis of an ester, where you are getting acid and what is called as the alcohol, what as I had shown at the beginning. So this is what is you can see here, that is acid you are getting and the alcohol. And this is what we called as the biomolecular hydrolysis of an ester. Important as part of examination is concerned, and for 5 marks question it is. Similarly, the second part is the biomolecular hydrolysis of an ester. Now, the name is almost same. The name is almost same. You can see that biomolecular hydrolysis of ester, but it is represented as BAC2. And the first one is the biomolecular hydrolysis of an ester. It is AAC2. This is the difference you can see in the bracket. So, as I said that the first one is that 2 stand for bimolecular, and in the first case I told you that A stand for acid and this B here stand for base. Now this is called as the base catalyzed hydrolysis. It's a base catalyzed hydrolysis. The first one is the acid catalyzed hydrolysis. A, capital A. This is okay. This here, that's A. You can see the cursor that A, this A is acid catalyzed. Okay, it is acid catalyzation, and this is a similar AC hydrolysis of an ester. There is no change, and here it is BAC2. Once again, the B stand for bimolecular, and that B, capital B, stand for base catalyzed. Base catalyzed. Now, when the base is catalyzed, what happened? You can see that. So here, this is the base catalysis. Now, ester, when it is treated with a base, sodium hydroxide, okay, when it is treated with the sodium hydroxide, you are getting alcohol and you are getting the carboxylate ion. You are not getting what is called as the acid, but you are getting the ion, carboxylate ion you are getting. You are getting the carboxylate ion. In the base catalysis, you are getting the carboxylate ion and the alcohol. And in the acid catalysis, you are getting the acid and alcohol. Your carboxylate ion you are getting and the alcohol in the base catalysis. That's the difference between the acid catalytic or the hydrolysis of ester and base catalytic hydrolysis of an ester. So here we are using that base. You just see that it is the sodium hydroxide is base. Now, once again, the mechanism, slight change in the mechanism. First step is that formation of the nucleophile, the formation of the nucleophile. The base sodium hydroxide undergo naturally the splitting. It forms the sodium and OH minus. Now this OH minus is a nucleophile. This is a nucleophile containing extra pair of electrons, and this naturally attack, because here you can see that this is given to this oxygen. Oxygen become minus, and this carbon become plus. Carbon become plus, and that is what is called as step 2. The nucleophilic attack to the electron deficient carbon of the ester. So this double bond is shifted to this, oxygen become minus and this carbon become plus, and the carbon become plus, this OH minus It's a minus now, nucleophile having extra electron, it comes and attached to this carbon, and you are getting this intermediate. This is the intermediate, the form you are getting, that is called as that is alkoxide ions is formed. Okay. Now the second step, that is third step, I'm sorry, the elimination of the alkoxide ions. Alkoxide ions called as R-O minus the ion is called as the alkoxide ions. Here nothing is happening, simple, the breakage of bond is taking place, because I can see that this is oxygen is having extra pair of electron, and naturally it has to give the extra pair of electron, and because of that reason this bond is transferred to this is transferred to that, and hence you are getting this molecule and this molecule. So you are getting one is this, that is alkoxide ion is forming. Alkoxide ion is forming. Now, so the fourth step, simple step, is that is the abstraction of proton from the acid. So here, what water is there? Naturally, that is acid is there, and this is the acid molecule, and hence this molecule, it takes the proton from this acid. Take the proton from the acid, and here you can see this is the acid is formed, and what is called as alkoxide ion is forming, and this alkoxide ion is stronger, and because of that reason, now as already you had studied the acidic character of this acid, so naturally the H plus is easily given out, that proton is given out, and hence based on that this proton is giving to these alkoxide ions and become alcohol, and what you are getting is the carboxylate ion is remaining. That is okay. So this is the remaining, that minus. So this is what is called as bimolecular hydrolysis of an ester, that is BAC2, the base catalytic hydrolysis. It's a base catalytic hydrolysis where you are getting, that is alcohol and carboxylate ion. Is not you are getting called as the acid, but in case of the first one, you are getting the acid and alcohol. Now, so this is the difference between the first one and the second one, that is AAC2 and BAC2. AAC2, bimolecular acid catalyzed the esterification, that is hydrolysis of the esters, I'm sorry, and BAC2, bimolecular base catalyzed hydrolysis of an ester. Okay. Now, tautomerism, that is a small topic here. So I think only once it is asked for the 2 marks. Notice that called as the tautomerism is defined as the phenomena in which the 2 isomeric forms having a different functional groups are spontaneously interconvertible and can exist in the dynamic equilibrium. So the isomers, 2 isomers of a molecule, isomers of the molecule, they undergo a spontaneous interconvertible. They are converting themselves. As they convert themselves, they also exist in the equilibrium. They always remain in the equilibrium. Such a phenomena we are called as the tautomerism. The 2 forms in the tautomeric equilibrium are called as the tautomers, and each of the other they are called as the keto and eno forms. That is, this is the keto form and that is the eno form, both having structures different. We can see that the structural difference. They have different functional groups. One is having the ketonic functional group, the another is having the hydroxyl functional group. This is a hydroxyl functional group, and this is having the ketonic or carboxylic type of the functional group it is having, or ketonic we can say. So that is called as the keto-enol tautomerism, and hence this type of the reaction which is taking place between the isomers and always they remain interconvertible, spontaneously interconvertible, and also remain in the dynamic equilibrium. Such a phenomenon is called as the tautomerism, or also it is called as the tautomerism. Okay, as I said that only once it is asked for the 2 marks. Now, one more important in this topic is the synthetic use of ethyl acetoacetate. The ethyl acetoacetate is having a 2 functional group. 2 functional group means 2 ketonic groups you are having. Okay, or COH groups you are having. One at acetoacetate, I think acetate group, you know what is called as the acetate group. Similarly, ethyl aceto group. So these 2 groups are combined and you are getting what is called as ethyl acetoacetate. Preparation is not there for you. Preparation of ethyl acetoacetate, earlier it was there, but now you don't have the preparation of ethyl acetoacetate, only the synthetic uses of the ethyl acetoacetate. It's called as EAA in the short form. EAA, the capital EAA, they are called as ethyl acetoacetate. Now we can see the synthetic uses of ethyl acetoacetate. One, in preparation of the alkyl acetic acid. Alkyl acetic acid means N acids, it's called as carboxylic acid and carboxylic acids. Okay, N carboxylic acid, they are called as alkyl acetic acid. In the preparation of dicarboxylic acid, I think at the beginning itself, I had told you the monocarboxylic acid, dicarboxylic acid, tricarboxylic acids, and so on. So, in the preparation of the dicarboxylic acid. Third, in the preparation of the alkyl ketones. So, alkyl ketones, once again, alkane and ketones. So, alkyl ketones, either it is N-butane, butanone or pentanone and so on, like that. Along with that side, 2-methyl or some other groups are also linked to that. So that is called as the alkyl ketones. In the preparation of alpha beta unsaturated acid, alpha and beta unsaturated acid. That also I'll tell you what is called as the alpha beta unsaturated acid. Once again, unsaturated, you know that. So double bond between the carbon and carbon. So they are called as unsaturated acid. And the last one that is called as the Michael addition reactions. Or Mitchell, that is also called as Mitchell addition reaction. So that is called so these are the 5, the synthetic use of EAA, ethyl acetoacetate, we have to study. Let's see one by one. Thing is that is simple reactions we have to see, nothing else here. So this is the ethyl acetoacetate, ethyl acetoacetate. So this is you can see that. So this is the group, the ester group, and then the ethyl aceto groups, like that. It's linked here, and this is linked by the CH2 group. So this is what it is called as ethyl acetoacetate. CH3CO, CH2, CO, that is C double bond O, okay, CH2, that is called as ethyl acetoacetate. Now this is first treated with what is called as this compound, okay, and this is called as sodium. Anybody know what is called as? Sodium ethoxide. This is called as the sodium ethoxide. The sodium ethoxide. Okay. Now this is the sodium ethoxide, and here generally this sodium ethoxide becomes sodium ion and ethoxide. The alkoxide ion, just you had seen in the previous example. That is what is that? Okay. That is C2H5O minus and Na plus. That is called, you are getting here, and that is what is combinedly called as sodium ethoxide. Now here you can see that this carbon is linked to a double bond here as well as also a double bond. So as you know, these both are electron withdrawing groups. Both are electron withdrawing groups, and because of that reason, naturally, this carbon will having more truss, or it is having a slight what is called as the lot of that is called as positive. Okay, a positive charge is affecting here, and because of that reason, what that carbon is doing, this carbon just liberating one proton and become minus, carbon minus. So that, so as this become carbon minus, now this is a plus, sodium plus, so it comes and link here, and hence along with that, this O is going, this group is linked to this, okay, linked to this. So in this way, you are getting this compound here, okay, this is compound, this is a simple arrangement of that. Now when this is treated with, once again, I think this is, has made a little wrong, there is, I think so, okay. Now this is a treated with what is called as that is this N bromobutane, okay, N butane, that is called as bromobutane. Now this bromobutane now naturally come and link here, and you are getting this intermediate compound. And now this is treated with the concentrated potassium hydroxide and acid, that is catalysis, acid catalysis. So you are getting the acetic acid and then this acid. So this is what is called as the acetic acid, that's called as, so acetic acid this is, and this is a carboxylic acid. No, anyone can name that this is a carboxylic acid? You just see, and anybody can on your mic and just tell me that what is the name of this carboxylic acid? So parent compound is hexane, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexane. So N is removed by ionic, so hexanoic acid, that is called as hexanoic acid, that is. So hexane, the parent compound, and that E of the hexane is replaced by IOC acid, and because of that reason, this. So this is what you are getting, that compound. That's the first, that is called as the preparation of the alkyl acetic acid, that is, okay, acetic acids and the acids, okay, big acids, that is acid. Now the second one is in the preparation of the dicarboxylic acids. Once again, the reaction is almost same. The first step is same. The ethyl acetoacetate is treated with same sodium ethoxide. So sodium ethoxide is treated, and you are getting the same so intermediate compound. And now this is treated with this group. So this is once again the ester. This is the ester, the bromoester, that is bromoester. It's a bromoester here. The CH2 3 times here. Okay, that is called as CH Br CH2 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 CO double bond CO CH2, that is called as, okay. So this is ester bromoester is linked. Now once again the same, this is a linkage is taking place here, and then it undergo once again the same the reagent KOH and hydrolysis, acid hydrolysis. You are getting the acetic acid, and then you are getting the dicarboxylic acid, and this dicarboxylic acid is called as adipic acid. Adipic acid is CH2 COH, and this is the adipic acid. So that is the product what you want, and because that you want this product here, this is changes, nothing else. At the first preparation, if you just see that we had taken N bromobutane, we had taken N-bromobutane, because we required what is called as N-acid. N-acid we required, that is, this is the acid which is a final product. And so we have taken this group here. And in the second case, we required is the dicarboxylic acid. So it is taken this group, and that is the bromoester has taken. And the same thing is taking place here. Nothing much difference in the reaction, only that this CH2, 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 COO, CH2 is linked here, and you are getting then with the treating with the KOH and acid hydrolysis. The second is called as, this is the acid hydrolysis is taking place. The two things are taking place here. One is the KOH and then the acid hydrolysis. So you are getting this is so adipic acid. Now that is in the preparation of dicarboxylic acids. And third one is in the preparation of the alkyl ketones. Once again, the first step is same. There is absolutely no difference in the first step. The ethyl acetate is treated with the sodium ethoxide, and you are getting the same step, no change. Now you required is ketone, hence we are adding ethyl bromide here. So when you add the ethyl bromide, the CH3 group is linked here, and then once again the same treatment, the dilute KOH and the hydrolysis is taking place. Now this bond is break here, and when the bond is break means this is a breaking of the CO and alcohol, and here that is taking place the carboxylic carbon dioxide that is going out here. It is going out here as a carbon dioxide, and here it is become the alcohol. The remaining is CH3, COO, CH2, CH3. So here this is, and this is called as 2-butanone. The 2-butanone, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is the second, from starting from 1, this is a 1 and 2. So it is 2-butanone is taking place. The similarly, in the case of the second example is the same. Only thing is that so here the addition is taken place. Okay, this is a compound. Once again, the same here. The intermediate compound has taken, and that is once again treated with that. What you are getting is the 3-methyl to pentanone. So once again, the reaction, other things remain the same. Only important thing is that no mechanism, only you have to write the reaction. So if you remember one example, I think it is enough in the preparation of the alkyl ketones. The fourth one is in the preparation of alpha beta unsaturated acids. So unsaturated acid we have to prepare. Now here this is the acid. Okay, so this is aldehyde group here. You can see that it's a aldehyde group. Here R may be anyone. It's aldehyde group. RCOH, that is aldehyde. R is any alkyl group or aryl group is linked to that. And this is a EA, ethyl acetic acetate. So EA. Now this is treated with pyridine. It's treated with pyridine, and when it is treated with the pyridine, you can see that the two things are taking place. One, this group comes and linked to that. That's this carbon, and at the same time, this is the breakage of bonds which is taking place here. This bond breaks in the presence of the water, and here also it breaks. And what is called as the acid hydrolysis, that we call the acid hydrolysis, and based on that you are getting this. So this is what is called as alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid or unsaturated acid. Why it is called as alpha beta? Because this carbon, the carbon which is directly linked to the COH, okay, which is linked to the double bond, this carbon is called as alpha carbon. This carbon, if you just see the cursor, this carbon is called as alpha carbon, which is linked directly to the carboxylic group, and also that is the double bond. So this is called as the alpha carbon, and this is called as the beta carbon. This is the beta carbon. So here R may be any other group, any group here, any group it may be. So this carbon is called as the alpha carbon, and this carbon is called as the beta carbon. Therefore, this is called as the alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid. So unsaturated because a double bond between the carbon and carbon. So it is unsaturated acid, and hence this is what is called as the preparation. There are 3 steps hardly. The important thing is that you have to write this pyridine. This is you have to write. The pyridine is important. The ingredient here, the important substituents, you have to write that. Well, right. Then the acid hydrolysis giving the other is acetic acid and ethyl alcohol. So these are the not the byproduct, not important, but this is what is called as the alpha beta carboxylic acid. This is called as alpha carbon, and that is called as the beta carbon. Okay, beta carbon. So that is the alpha beta unsaturated unsaturated acid or carboxylic acid. Now this is the 4th preparation, and one more is methyl addition or reaction. And once again here, this is a compound is used once again, and this is almost the same here. I think this O is wrong here. This O is not there. Remember, this O is not there. Yeah. C2H5ONA. C2H5ONA2. That is once again that is sodium ethoxide. Is treated with that same forming, and here there is the inoate ion is forming, that inoate ion form taking place. And now this is the acrolein is treated with in the presence of the piperidine. Piperidine once again the important part here. This is the acrolein is added here. This acrolein is added, and this is what is called as the addition product, which it is called as the methyl addition reaction, or as addition is taking place here. That this group is linked. Okay, this group, and the acrolein group, which is linked here, and that's you know that aldehyde group. This is aldehyde group is linked here, and because of that reason, what you are getting is the methyl addition products. So this is the reaction. So these are the far important the synthetic uses of the ethyl acetate, the preparation of alkyl acetic acid, the preparation of dicarboxylic acid, the preparation of alkyl ketones, in the preparation of alpha beta unsaturated acid, and methyl addition reactions. So these are the 5 synthetic use of ethyl acetoacetate.